End of day. This lesson will cover navigating to the Manage End of Day window, starting the end of day process, and end of day procedures. To navigate to the Manage End of Day window, begin by clicking the Financials menu. Next, click End of Day and then click Manage End of Day. The purpose of the end of day process is to close and balance each day's activities while also ensuring their accuracy. Among other activities, the end of day sequence reconciles folios, processes credit card transactions, generates postings, calculates revenue, prints daily statistics, and provides a cumulative balance of AR accounts. A variety of reports are also produced during this process that assist management in evaluating operations and other facets of the business. In the middle of the window, you can view the date and time information based on the geographical location of the property. Each open business date will appear in the window as an individual tab. The business date is the period of time marked by the end of day sequence. The business day can extend beyond midnight, so it may be different than the system date. Depending on the property's configuration, you may have multiple business dates open at once. Within the tab, you can view the number of remaining arrivals, departures, or open cashiers for the current business date. If necessary, you can verify details before starting the end-of-day process. Click the number of arrivals to open the Arrivals window. In this example, there are 2 pending arrivals. Depending on your property's business practices, you may cancel these reservations, change their arrival date, or check them in. We will leave these reservations as is and allow them to become no-shows during the end-of-day process. Click the Back to Manage End-of-Day link. Click the number of departures to view the quick checkout window. There is 1 pending departure with a 0 balance. We don't have to do anything with this reservation because this will be resolved during the end-of-day process. Click the Back to Manage End-of-Day link. To begin the end-of-day process, click the Manage button. The end-of-day process is several steps as it closes, balances, and reports on the day's activities. These steps vary based on what settings are activated by the property. During the process, messages may appear in the window if you need to resolve outstanding issues. Click the Start button to begin the end-of-day process. Once you have clicked Start, the end-of-day process moves quickly but pauses at the steps that require action. A green checkmark indicates that the step is successfully completed. During the Pseudo Rooms Not Checked In step, you are prompted to check in any posting house account that may have been overlooked before the audit. During the Country Check step, the system searches for any in-house guest profiles that are missing country or state codes. You will have the option to update the profiles before proceeding to the next step. During the Arrivals Not Checked In step, the system verifies that all guests who are expected to arrive have either checked in or changed their reservation status. You have the option to update the reservations before proceeding to the next step by clicking the Arrivals button. Reservations that have not yet arrived may be canceled, have the stay dates updated, or be allowed to become no-shows. To automatically change these reservations to no-show status, click the Continue button. During the Departures Not Checked Out step, the system verifies that all expected departures have been checked out or had their stay extended. The end-of-day process will not continue until you have resolved any pending departures. Click the Departures button. The Quick Checkout window opens. From here, you can check out any pending departures or change the departure date to a future date. The reservation in this example has a 0 balance, so you can use the Check Out 0 Balance Departures button for this pending departure. In the Status column, there is a message stating that the checkout was successfully processed. As a result, the reservation's status was changed to Checked Out. Click Close. Now that the pending departure has been resolved, click the Back to End of Day link. The end of day process will now proceed to the next step. During the Open Folios step, you are able to review and resolve any folios for reservations that are checked out but still have an open folio. During the Cashier Closure step, the system automatically closes any open cashiers, excluding the cashier that is used for the end-of-day process. The Weather or Notes step is where you are able to enter details for what occurred at the property during this particular business day. You have the option to add notes for the day before continuing to the next step. During the Update the Business Date step, the system moves the business date forward one day. Users must be logged out to move the business date forward. The system will automatically log out any users before changing the date. Once you are past this step and the business date has been moved forward, you can log into Opera Cloud on another workstation and begin working from the new business date. Arrivals, departures, posted charges, and other activities that occur after this step are recording on the new business date. During the Pseudo Room Arrivals Next Day step, the system will automatically check in any posting house accounts that are flagged. During the Posting Room and Tax step, the current day's room and tax is posted along with any fixed charges to every in-house room. Depending on the setup, fees may also be posted to no-show reservations during this step. During the Run Additional Procedures step, the system completes any additional procedures or reports that are defined and scheduled in the end-of-day setup. Additional procedures can include processing data for reservations and guest stays, as well as generating statistics and populating ledgers. During the Print Final Reports step, Opera Cloud generates reports and prepares them for various delivery options. The delivery method for the reports depends on the configuration of the end-of-day process. After you have selected a printer name, click the Process button. The Process Timer dialog box will appear, informing you of the time that remains to process the reports. The status of each report will appear, and you will receive a message for each report that it was successfully processed. The Finalizing End-of-Day step completes the end-of-day routine. When the end-of-day process is complete, you are automatically returned to the Manage End-of-Day window, which now displays the new business date. Click the Back to Home link to return to the dashboard. Here, you can also see the new business date at the top of the window. This lesson covered navigating to the Manage End-of-Day window, starting the end-of-day process, and end-of-day procedures. For more information on Opera Cloud, End-of-Day Reports. This lesson will cover navigating to the End-of-Day Reports window, searching for end-of-day reports, printing end-of-day reports, and regenerating end-of-day reports. After the end-of-day process, you may need to obtain previously generated reports. Let's demonstrate how to do this. Begin by clicking the Financials menu. Next, click End of Day and then click End of Day Reports. The End of Day Reports window is where you can reprint previously generated night audit reports. You may need to reprint End of Day reports due to a need for additional copies, pulling historical data from previous end of days, or if an error occurred during the original printing. You can use the search area to look for these past reports. The data in the search area will always default to the previous business date. Click the Search button. Based on your search, the corresponding end-of-day reports are listed. The list of end-of-day reports is customizable, meaning it is up to your property to decide which reports are most important to your end-of-day process. Reports are added through Opera Cloud Administration. The name, report name, and file name for each report are shown in the window. To the right, there are checkboxes that indicate how the report was generated on the selected date, along with the file format that was generated. After you have clicked to highlight a report, click the ellipsis, then click Preview to open the report in a separate window. You can also highlight multiple reports and click the ellipsis for the section. When you do this, you can take additional action related to the selected reports. If you were to click Show Inactive, all of the inactive end-of-day reports for the property would appear. If there are any reports that are no longer required by the property, they may have been set as inactive. Making reports inactive enables the property to preserve historical data in reports. It is also possible to reactivate the reports in the future. If you were to click the Regenerate and Send To link, you can recreate the report, then send it via the delivery method of your choosing. The report must be regenerated before attempting to print it. A situation where you would click the Send To option is if the statistical data on a report was incorrect due to database issues or the report was inactive at the time end of day was run. Click the Send To link to open the Batch Report window. Here, you can customize the method of delivery for each report listed. When you are finished, click the Process button to deliver the report. You will receive confirmation when each report is processed successfully. When you select Preview as a delivery method, the reports appear in a separate window. From this window, you are able to print or download the report to your computer. We will now close the browser and return to the End of Day Reports window. This lesson covered navigating to the End of Day Reports window, searching for End of Day reports,